Welcome along, everyone, to Chicagoland Speedway. We are here for the Quaker State 500, round 8 of the USARC Aaron's Pro Cup Series season. And Soaring Seagulls Racing is back in full force. Kyler Sustrai on the pole, Luke Evans alongside. This is coming off of Cameron Brennan taking the win last week at Trois Rivières. Definitely the Blue Ovals are the cars to beat right now.
Yeah, this is round 8 out of 17. So really pushing the halfway point of the season now, and it looks on the starting lineup about the way the points do almost. Kyler Sustrai, our points leader, by 1 point over Cameron Brennan on the pole. Brennan rolls off in 9th. Then we've got the likes of Ricky Freeman Jr., Peter Onjak up here as well, guys who look really likely to be in contention for the championship towards the end. Then you've got the likes of the 10 of Luke Evans and Anthony Greenman as well up here. Yeah, but a really interesting qualifying session. If we go back slightly to just outside the top 10, we have the 57. You can just about see that. That's Caden Lemon for Daredevil Motorsports in their first ever attempt at rolling off 11th.
Yeah, definitely an incredible run from them. I mean, Lemon definitely does seem to have some qualifying prowess. Of course, he qualified on pole for his truck debut with Louisville Motorsports back at Rockingham. And just alongside him is another one of our big storylines heading into this weekend, or rather 2 and 1. First off, Shock Point Racing has announced their closure. All 5 cars will no longer be taking part in USARC competition. And that left Justin Patrick, who's definitely been somewhat of a standard of that team, out of a ride. He was picked up by, this is no longer American Floof Motorsports, but Radfall Engineering Motorsports, owned by Truck Series driver Graham Radfall. Justin Patrick will now be behind the wheel for the 24 for the rest of the season, and he'll be able to continue his Rookie of the Year campaign, which he currently sits in 3rd.
Yeah, and he's 3rd for Rookie of the Year, but it's not been a bad season at all. He's been the only Shock Point car in the top 30 in owner's points, and he's managed to race his way in on his first try. We saw a bit of that prowess when he was in the 6th at Daytona Motorsports last year, where despite being part-time, he did so well getting that car into races and finishing well that he actually locked himself in despite being a part-time driver. But if we move slightly further back here, we've got Brandon Morris making his Cup Series debut in the 41 this week. Ulk Borger in the 34, once again back in the Cup Series field. It's good to see another smaller team like that 57 really in contention here in the Cup Series.
And if we go further back, we'll also find the 45 of Isaac Davis, another driver making his APCS debut. And then just a bit further back is the 2. That is no longer Dallas Miller. It is Maston Rimmel making his first start since season 1. It's great to see him back in the field.
Yeah, great to see Rimmel back in the field. Obviously, a very decent run with SSR last season. He's going to get his career back on track, hopefully, with a nice little run at BPR. And just rounding off the field there, it's Alexi Herman, currently 3rd in standings, just 2 points off Kyler Sustrai. That championship is close currently. And to her inside, it's Eric Monaco in that part-time Daytona Motorsports car.
All right, so now we'll take you to the start and command here for the Quaker State 500. Chicagoland's always been a fun one, and we're sure this one is not going to disappoint. We'll be back here in just a bit.
Drivers, start your engines!
There is the command to fire, and we'll take a look through your top 10 here on the grid. It is Kyler Sustrai on the pole, current points leader and Michigan winner. Always a threat here on the speedways and continuing a strong run of form for Soaring Seagulls Motorsports is on the outside Luke Evans, season 1 Atlanta winner, looking to pick up his first win with Soaring Seagulls Racing. Behind them, Peter Onjak still searching for his first Cup win of season 2, picked up a win in the truck race at Rockingham. He rolls off P3. P4, Anthony Greenman looking to turn his season around. It's been a big struggle for Full Send Racing so far this season. P5, Ricky Freeman Jr. Justin Whitmer's not quite looked there so far this season. Picked up a win, but that's just about been it. Ricky Freeman Jr. still searching for his first career win. Bobak Fox rolls off P6. Great qualifying run from that Joe Zeller team. Luna Bennington P7, Blair McKenzie P8, 2 Dodges looking for just any form of luck this season at all. Cameron Brennan, standout rookie, and reigning race winner P9, and the ever-present Lotus Disparito this season in the top 10. She will roll off in P10. And the pace car has pulled off. We are ready for action. Green flag is out here from Chicagoland. We are racing in the Quaker State 500.
Amazing start by Susha. Completely cleared the field.
Oh, and Disparito did not get a good start. They've already been forced out. To the outside, I saw Lemon jumped ahead. I believe Morris as well. Ricky Freeman Jr. is the one who got a good start, as I think Brennan might have clipped the apron there 3 wide between Bennington, Evans, and Onjack. As we are all green for lap 1.
So much happening when the field are this bunched up at Chicagoland because there's so many lanes to run. Onjack on the high line there. Look at RFJ, here he comes.
Ricky Freeman Jr. story is well known, still searching for his first career USARC victory. At this point, he's found just about every single way to lose a race, and still searching for that first one. As already seems like a bit of a lead group is forming. I think about Cameron Brennan, that is the last car in this lead pack. And then it's back to, oh my god, Caden Lemon in the 57. How about it?
And taking it to the Toyota factory team and the other big Toyota powerhouse BPM. Only in front of all of them.
Daniel Selson, the 92 on the high line. This is a much needed run for that 92 team, currently on the wrong side of the top 30 in owners points. They really do need a run like this today.
Yeah, a very poor end to his race. Last week out in Canada, got hooked into the wall by Nick Breeding. But already a good start for him today, running just outside the top 10. Someone who's just inside the top 10, it's Caden Lemon.
I mean, all the plaudits to that 57 team so far.
Ooh,
I mean, he is putting on a really impressive run, and oh, we are wrecking! DeLello, there's Jeffrey Perkins, I see Benedict Murdo look like might have gotten a piece, Daniel Voiles, Eli Steelwolf, Eric Monaco, Ben Crouch, and the O2's gone over. Christian Vargas in it. And lap 5 of 81, we've got our first caution, Reese Kupski. Yeah, Murdo's in it. Looks like Herman might have damage as well.
Yeah, definitely damage to the right-hand
Yeah.
side. Yeah, I think I saw... Oh, same goes for Monaco. A lot of cars just kind of got squeezed into the wall. There's second place Rookie of the Year contender Zachary DeLello. O2 down, back towed to pit road, and it looks like that's the end of the day already for Eli Steelwolf. Another miserable run for that 80 team.
An engine failure last week at Trois Rivières that ended their race, and now it's an early race incident. Ben Crouch in the 19, all torn up. We're going to see our first round of pit stops. Kyler Sustra leads the field down ahead of Ricky Freeman Jr., Luke Evans, Peter Onjack, and Anthony Greenman. Oh, and we've got guys staying out.
And it's going to be Blair
I believe that's
Brandon Morris.
Yeah, that's Blair McKenzie and Brandon Morris. So they're not going to take this pit opportunity well. I think the rest of the field is.
I think this is all about just stretching the field as much as you can at the best opportunities to. I doubt we'll... I mean, I imagine we'll see tyres, but it will be fairly irrelevant at this point. I mean,
Santiago looked like that was just gas and go. Like,
same for Onjack.
Just topped up. Onjack is going to be gas and go as well.
No, they're right sides as well, I think, and it looks like 4 tyres for a few. It's completely different, completely diverging strategies from.
We have all people. 3 forms of tire choice.
This is going to completely.
Greenman and Freeman are really. Oh, and contact there, Fox and Disparito. Greenman and Freeman really held up on pit road. They are going to be toward the back of this entire group. As the rest of the cars are now all getting damage repair. But
Murdo
stayed out as well.
Incredible, especially after being involved in a crash.
I mean, clearly the damage is not enough on the 0-1, but that is going to put these three at the front. I mean, if you recall Trois Rivières last weekend, I think Morcar stayed out, yeah. Oh wait, no.
Lemon's
So
there
Onjak,
on merit.
yeah, Onjak was the leader off pit road. So it's Onjak,
Yeah.
Santiago, and Bennington the
So
leaders off pit road.
Onjak took right sides only in the fuel. Santiago took
Santiago
just
was fuel only.
And then you go back to Sustrai, that's 4 tyres and fuel. So completely different strategies up and down the field. It's really created a lot of disorder in this pack. So Sels is now in the top 10, as is Cameron Lopez.
So interesting pit strategy going on. We'll take a look at what happened here to draw the first caution and really shake up this running order. So we see Christian Vargas doing battle, and he just kind of loses it by himself. He was doing battle with Justin Perez and comes back up the track right into Isaac Davis, and that sets off a big chain reaction. Zachary DeLello, Ben Crouch, Eric Monaco, Daniel Voiles, Reese Kupski, Eli Steelwolf, and Crouch just gave Voiles a shot, and up and over went the 0-2.
From the eyes of gracefully gets himself out of that one, fairly minimal damage on the 0-1. So after a crash and a last place finish last week, disaster avoided there for the 0-1.
We are back here from Chicagoland. Pace lights are out. We are set to go green once again, lap 10 of 81, and it is Blair McKenzie, your race leader, ahead of Brandon Morris, Benedict Murdo, Peter Onjak, Nicholas Santiago, Luna Bennington, Caden Lemon, Kyler Susrai, Daniel Sosa, and Cameron Lopez, the top 10. I do not know who is out of this one. I believe Steelwolf is. Yeah, so it is Steelwolf and Crouch. Daniel Voiles, we know the O2 team is at work as we speak to try to get that car back going. Pace car is off. So this is going to be a race to get that car back out there. Hopefully it doesn't impede the restart as the green flag back out here. Blair McKenzie over Brandon Morris.
It's going to be really interesting with all the different strategies. Some with just fuel, some with 4 tyres, some with 2.
And some took no pit stop at all, as that's the case for the top 3. And look at the right sides working on Peter Onjak. And I think Self thought about 4 wide there for a second, thought better of it. And McKenzie is going to stay out front. So tires not being the whole story right now, as Blair McKenzie did not pit, and she is out front right now. 4 wide
crazy over here
for a brief second. Let's calm it down, everyone. Lap 11 of 81.
Morris looked kind of stuck behind the 5 there and just couldn't make a move inside. However, he's going to have the momentum on the outside coming off the 4.
Still the 5 of McKenzie able to control the lanes. The 2 Onjado cars trying to find a way around, but to no avail so far. Nicholas Santiago now getting in on this fight.
Lemon is as well. What the hell is going on here?
Bennington nearly, I think, touched there. And yeah, Caden Lemon, and McKenzie going wide, 3 wide for the lead. And McKenzie's going to be able to clear. So still, Onjak's not found a way around this 5 car.
And it's being made more difficult by the fact that there's a bunch of guys fighting around him. Here he comes.
Peter Onjak looking this time, and he should have her. The 5 still hanging in there, trying to. But yeah, there we go. Peter Onjak has inched ahead. Nicholas Santiago looking like he's going to try to follow Kyler Sustrai. First stopper on 4 tires, he's going to send it down the inside.
I think McKenzie has a run, but not the room to move out.
She's got 2 cars to her inside as of right now. And yeah, Caden Lemon looking much like what AF Walsh did all the way back at Atlanta for TRE Motorsports. On debut, very much running and keeping pace with the leaders.
You can't help but think, like, how long can this last? Because the cars around him are just straight up better. That's kind of the bottom line. As here comes Glenn Enzi.
Oh, that run died very quickly.
Santiago's going to move into third. I think Sustra's really closing on the
Oh,
14.
Sustra. Oh, near contact.
We're going to keep it clean for now. Santiago's really closing in as well. These top 3 have just suddenly very quickly pulled away.
I think Mackenzie had a run really die in 3, and that's really bunched up this group as Lemon bailing to the outside. Murdo, I think, just had something very similar happen. That held up Whitmer and Lopez. And it's now Mackenzie versus Luna Bennington.
Aiden Lemon as well.
Aiden Lemon certainly in the mix as well.
But Murdo's actually, I mean, just inside the top 10 right now after, you know, being involved in the crash. It's really worked out well for him. And I
there goes Whitmer. Bit of a commentator's curse there. Whitmer now begins working on Brandon Morris.
He is coming. He's very quick at these sort of tracks. These are his speciality. And
of course, he did win this race last year.
Yeah, I think Santiago checked up and these guys just had nowhere to go because suddenly this gap is huge.
Yeah, all of a sudden Onjak and Sustra have the advantage. This is a big race for Kyler Sustra if he can pull it off. I mean, the championship lead is by no means large right now. It is 1 point over Cameron Brennan, and a win would be huge for trying to widen that gap a bit.
Onjak is staying with, and we are having technical difficulties as...
There we go.
There we go.
Onjak certainly is staying with him as Bennington, Santiago, and Mackenzie do battle for P3. Caden Lemon trying to get himself into this conversation as well.
What big dive from the 5 car.
Definitely making her presence felt. Looks like the run's going to die a bit through turn 2.
And full wide back here, no, but very nearly. This is deep in the back. There's last week's winner, Cameron Brennan.
And look at Carter Swab in the 88. It's been a while since we've seen him in the field. I believe Atlanta was actually the last race he ran. He is definitely running pretty decently for that 88 team. He's actually ahead of Ricky Freeman Jr. right now, which is definitely not what the 15 team needs.
Yeah, Atlanta was the last race he ran, and he did not last long at all. Caught up in an early accident. It's been a very unlucky season for Carter Swab. There's contact there between the 6 and the 64 and the 4. But they're continuing on cleanly for now. I think RFJ really very deep in this field. It could be a real hindrance to his championship battle.
This championship battle has definitely been ebbing and flowing for a lot of drivers so far this season. I mean, we've seen Freeman up there. Disparito's been up there. They are back here. Stephen Cologne's title run seems to be falling apart as 4 wide. Another car, yeah, nearly 5 wide. Joe Zeller and Angel Gutierrez, who are both back here as well, have also been title contenders at one point or another.
Just seeing Onjak's closing the gap.
Onjak definitely is. That's 3 wide now between Whitmer, Bennington, and Mackenzie. Mackenzie going to use the high line to clear and now begin work on Nicholas Santiago for P3.
Yeah, this is a much needed good run for Mackenzie. Not an atrocious season by any means, but failed inspection a fair few times, that 5 team, and it's been quite demoralising for them. Obviously, Blair came so close at Ontario until she blew up whilst leading. But yeah, really proving her worth here as 555. With their usual contender Lexi Herman not really showing face towards the front of the field this week. Glenn McKenzie doing them proud as Justin Whitmer now right behind her.
She'll get the chance to redeem herself next week as we'll make our return to the Ontario Motor Speedway for the UAW 300. But for now, we are still focused on this fight for P4. Caden Lemon once again just poking his nose in and saying hello. That 57 is running so well.
You just have to wonder how long it can last, but clearly it's still working out. And I saw them going pretty wide back here, and it's around where Spurley is. RFJ's disposed of all these guys actually rather quickly.
Definitely the field looking like stacking up a bit behind them. But back up front, 1.2 seconds. The gap between Sustrai and Onjak, as Justin Whitmer has now cleared himself free of the pile. And last season's winner here at Chicagoland, looking for a boost in what has been a rough patch. And oh no! Mackenzie and Bennington. Oh
Watch out,
no.
guys. Oh, and a huge crash. Cameron Brennan.
Brennan Greenman in it as well. This is...
Oh dear.
Oh, cars through the grass. Everyone keep it together.
Yeah, they will. There was a huge impact on the one car. And we do hope that Cameron Brennan is okay. Another tough break for Luna Bennington and Anthony Greenman. Spurley's in it as well. That's another championship contender.
We were just talking about how it was looking like a good day for the likes of Bennington and Greenman and Mackenzie. And it's all gone awry again. Oh my god.
These guys pitting they are. We'll have
and
a
we
look
are
at this.
seeing pit stops.
This puts Caden Lemon in 4th. No, 5th by the way. 3 different Toyota teams in the top 5 right now. And everyone's coming down this time.
4 Toyota teams like even fielding cars. So definitely good runs across the board for Toyota.
Lopez in 9th at that yellow.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering now, will Sustrai be able to hold on to the lead, especially with a very fast Justin Whitmer coming up behind?
Well, first off, pit crew's going to need to deliver here.
And
that is Bennington, Spurley, and Brennan. Their days are done.
Freeman's continuing here. He's just crawled back to pit road.
Oh, Whitmer. Whitmer's going to jump on Jack. Great stop from the 18 team to get Justin Whitmer out in front of Peter Onjak, his Season 1 title rival. So that'll mean it's no cars in between the 11 and that very fast 18.
Yeah, and Whitmer needs a good run as well. Currently 14th in points. He's had an atrocious few races, crashing at Darlington, not really doing anything in Canada. Not really doing anything at Pikes Peak either, so Whitmer really needs to get season back on track, and this is his chance to do so. Good stop for Morris as well. Caden Lemon is 6th. Unbelievable run so far as we begin to approach the halfway point in the race. Bendick Murdo as well, finally pitting off being involved in that crash. Speaking of crashes, we're going to take a look at the one we just had.
So here's the incident. Caden Lemon dives it in and just gets Mackenzie right in the quarter panel. That sends the 5 up into the 42. Nowhere for Bennington to go. And it looked like it was going to be okay until Cameron Brennan right hard into the 42. 8 gets involved. 4 gets involved. And that's about it.
60 really had to slow down there.
A lot of good wreck avoidance. And Jeffrey Perkins right at the end with Blair McKenzie. But that could have been... It was already a very big wreck. Hopefully Brennan is okay, but definitely could have been a lot worse.
Blair McKenzie. I mean, just a complete passenger.
Cool. Actually got it saved pretty well considering all the chaos that happened around her. Definitely damage on that car, but she might be able to continue.
A real tough break though for a team that needed that top 5 run.
So on board with Cameron Brennan, you're going to see the wreck start to unfold in front of them. And at this point, you're just hoping those cars don't slide down the track just like they did. A few hard hits for Cameron Brennan. the car just goes spinning round and round, comes to rest. Hopefully he is okay.
And here is Jack Miguel's view of this incident. Look at him threading the needles here. Ooh, God.
Oh, and then Greenman right at the end.
Yeah, just parted for him. And you can see everyone's falling out for some reason. But yeah, under yellow on lap 28.
We are back here at Chicagoland, lap 30 of 81. We're set to go green lap 31. Kyler Sustry remains out front. Eric Monaco hit some mechanical issues under yellow. I believe the 12 is heading down pit road right now, as we can see. Tough day for them and the DM12 team.
Been a high energy race so far. And with that, we've had some high energy crashes as well.
Definitely. So as we approach the halfway point, we'll see if we can keep it green for a bit. Pace car is off. Sustry, Whitmer, Onjak, Santiago, and Morris, the top 5. And green flag is out, and Sustry definitely got the jump he wanted.
Yeah, perfect restart for him. Oh, and there goes Morris jumping out.
Morris and Luke Evans to the inside. That's going to leave Santiago and Lemon out to dry.
Lemon's sinking already.
Oh, and yeah, 57 really slow off this restart.
Be careful there. I was very uncomfortable with the way the 74 was closing in.
I think the clock has struck midnight, unfortunately, for the 57 team. But that's put another sort of underdog. Look at Cameron Lopez in the 83 for Lotchenschlager Performance. Yeah, this team did win at Atlanta, but it's been a really poor season too for them with Cameron Lopez.
Yeah, missed multiple races, but a decent result at in Canada. They've started to make races a bit more consistently recently. They've struggled on these speedways, but Lopez putting on a good show now.
Look at who's up here. A bit further back, the yellow card that is Lexi Herman. She is on a charge right now.
Back from the dead. He's got 4 wide. Nearly.
Oh, they were indeed. Bobak Fox putting together his first good run of Season 2. Had a few standout performances definitely in Season 1. But definitely his first good run in Season 2, as we see the Season 1 title protagonists, Justin Whitmer and Peter Onjak.
Look at that as well, Matthew Hubert, currently 11th in points.
Oh, and Santiago really wanted to get to his inside.
Such a high-speed track, you've got to be careful making those sorts of moves. But Hubert doing well.
I mean, exactly the consequences of getting it wrong is what we saw with the last caution, with Lemon getting into Blair McKenzie. And now this is a 4-car battle for the lead. Sustry no longer pulling away to the degree he wants. And Luke Evans going to make it 3 wide.
Very opportunistic, and it looks like it's going to pave the way for an SSR 1-2. They're still 3 wide, however, but I think Onjak's cleared them.
Onjak using the momentum on the high line to his advantage, and he will clear into second. But Kyler Sustry still holding out front. Brendan Morris, shout out, running in P5 right now, first APCS event. Yeah, definitely putting that 41 team in a good spot.
When you're doing well in the Truck Series stands, currently second after Irwindale, and when you are in a team where you've got a long-term contract and they have 2 part-time, rotational cars in Cup, this is the sort of performance you want to be putting on as his team owner and teammate takes the lead.
Onjak to the point.
This is his home race as well, an Illinois native.
Certainly a good race going for him.
Oh dear.
As there's the lap car of Blair McKenzie.
Morris is actually closed up to this pack actually somewhat.
Looks more like that Luke Evans is starting to fall off the pack a bit. It's definitely going to become and close there between Morris and Evans.
It's a very strong Cup debut for Brandon Morris, has to be said. Oh dear.
Oh, and McKenzie Doesn't look like she's going to take this lying down. More Onjak is now very much clear into the lead. Sustra is going to clear into second. And Brendan Morris, I think, got it the best of any of the leaders. He's going to now go on Justin Whitmer. And he's going to take P3.
And he's really here to help his boss and teammate in the championship battle, and also show off his own talent. Currently running third, and oh my goodness, this is a danger, guys, surely.
Oh, Cologne really caught Mackenzie at a rate of not, and almost into Matthew Hubert. Yeah, I think that 5 is definitely not up to speed.
Remarkable. All wide nearly.
Oh, jeez. And definitely, someone coming the worst off is one of Mackenzie's partial owners, Lexi Harmon, in the 53.
Ooh,
and near contacts between them.
Yeah.
Oh, and Carter Schwab now really close as well.
Yeah, she's filtered through the field there. Well, here comes Whitman now on the inside of the 14. Looks like Sustra's going to go for the lead.
Tyler Sustrai trying to retake the race lead from Peter Onjak. And looks like he is going to get the move done. So it is Sustrai back to the lead as we're just about at the halfway point here at Chicagoland.
Oh, a really good day for these Toyotas. Nicholas Santiago with another top 10 run in 6th. Cameron Lopez, 7th. Hayden Lemon is still fighting. Currently now in 10th. And then there's another Toyota as well. That's the 08 Santiago's teammate. 10th in points, Lotus Disparito. Just on the outside of the top 10.
Been a quiet season for Disparito so far in that 08, but they've really made the most of it. Currently sitting 10th in points.
A quiet but good one. I think 10th in points is something that almost anyone would take, unless you are one of these 3 teams out front.
Absolutely. As Onjak trying to get to the inside of Sustrai, but just no room there. And Whitmer now looks like he's going to finally try to dispatch Brandon Morris and move back into 3rd.
Onjak right on the back of Sustrai. Surely a move's coming soon. All about the momentum.
And speaking of momentum, it looks like that, yeah, Morris, I think he's cleared. He has indeed.
He's left in the dust there.
So Morris holding this P3. I mean, we saw in the hands of Aiden Martin that the 41, when the day was right, was definitely a very strong car, and Brandon Morris putting it to good work here, holding off Justin Whitmer so far for P3. Here he comes again, challenging to the inside.
And they got close there. The 41 wanted to take that low line, but obviously he could not do so.
But 41, much like the 14, has been able to run that middle to high line through turn 2 and just get such a good run, and he's once again well clear of the 18.
And he's taken a wider line through 3 and 4, and I think it's going to work in his favour. He's closing up to his teammate now. Yeah, very much so.
The field is definitely stringing out a bit. Seems like everyone is calming down. This pack, not quite so much, led by Benedict Murdo, Ricky Freeman Jr., Stephen Colon, Angel Gutierrez, and Lexi Herman, all guys that need good runs to keep their title hopes back alive or back going.
Looks like John McFadden hit the wall slightly. Not been the greatest season so far for McFadden or any FSR driver. They just can't find the luck, can't find the speed where it counts. And McFadden, if I'm correct in saying this, he was the worst out of all the full-time SSR drivers last year. So he really has got to, at some point soon, start showing something.
I mean, I believe he was, as Onjak's back to the lead.
I look like he just kind of crewed around the outside of Sustrai. Wonder what Morris can do here on this 11 car if he can close up.
Once again, taking a wider line, and look at him able to carry the speed, it looks like a bit more than some of the other guys. Sustrai not going down without a fight, though. So Onjak able to block him, and the 11 lost a lot of momentum there.
Here comes Brandon Morris. Here comes Whitmer as well. Oh my god, what a run.
Whitmer with a huge run, and Sustrai half-blocked Morris there. I think he was trying to get to the inside, and Whitmer's going to put him 3 wide.
But he's not held down well.
Sustrai and Morris up against the wall.
But a huge run on Onjak here as well.
Sustrai had just about a car's width of space between him and the wall, and he's going to make it work. Kyler Sustrai back to the point here at Chicagoland.
I wonder if Onjak can use that outside line momentum here through off of turn 4 and round through the tri-oval. Certainly not letting him go. And did I hear tyres screeching, or am I imagining things? I'm imagining things.
Yeah, we are.
Oh no!
Oh no! Nicholas
dear.
Santiago is stopped. Oh,
that is a mechanical issue for sure, and we are not under yellow. What a shame for a man who needed just, you know, one more good run. He really would have been able to get close towards his teammate in the standings. Oh, and the yellow is now out. We had an incident. We have.
Oh, we have. Oh, it's McFadden. Oh my goodness.
We were just saying we're cursing people today.
I think we need to. I think we need to stop talking in the booth, because we have put at least 3 commentators' curses this race so far.
It's last week's pole
goodness.
sitter as well, and you know, at some point, at some points of the season, we've considered him the dark horse. It's Joe Zeller, also involved on lap 50. And
I just want to
see
Sustrai back out front.
We are going to get pit stops.
And we are going to get pit stops again.
Sustrai's going to have a huge lead coming into pit road, though.
Pace car wanted to head down pit road too.
I think he was trying to pick up Sustrai, but then realised, and I think everyone's pitting.
Well, McFadden came in a bit hot there on Zachary DeLello. But yeah, everyone down pit road. Kenzie came speeding in there at the end.
I want to keep an eye on what these guys take in terms of tyres and fuel. I'm looking at Morris, I'm looking at Whitmer.
Morris is up on the jacks, so is Justin Whitmer, so it's at least right sides on both of those cars, and everyone up on the jacks. I don't think
both of them.
Yeah, I don't think it's logical to take no tires at this point. We just came off a pretty long green flag stint.
Oh, and Morris and Whitmer are side by side nearly.
Yeah, Whitmer's jumped Morris.
He may jump
I think that's on account of pit box position, and he will not. Evans slow off pit road. That's going to really hold up Cameron Lopez. Lexi Herman looks like she's might have benefited a bit. Ooh, and Greenman going to get out ahead of the likes of DeLello and Patrick. So we are under caution once again, as Bulk Borger pretty late coming off of pit road. We'll take a look at what happened. John McFadden and Joe Zeller involved here. So battling between McFadden, Zeller, and Sels. Ooh, looked like Zeller sent it in deep. Sels got into him. Gutierrez involved. Oh, and I think that was the 60 of Justin Perez who just about skated through that. Not a lot of damage on either party, but both cars will definitely be very much hampered for the rest of this one. We are back here, lap 53 of 81 at Chicagoland, set to see the green on lap 54. It's been a great battle out front between the likes of Kyler Sustrai, Peter Onjak, and Justin Whitmer. Brandon Morris has been right in that fight as well. That is your top 4, with then Matthew Hubert in 5th, Luke Evans 6th, Cameron Lopez holding 7th, Murdo 8th, Disparito 9th, and Bobak Fox rounding out the top 10. We're going to be back green here, lap 54 of 81, just past the halfway point here in the Quaker State 500.
Just wondering, we've got to be careful with our words based on what's happened so far. But the Sustrai championship leader, albeit by 1 point. However, everyone else who seems to be in the fight for the championship doesn't seem to want to finish the race. So can Sustrai finish the race at this point? We're back underway.
And Luke Evans sneaked to the outside for a second, and now he's going to jump to the inside with likes of Murdo and Brandon Morris. Justin Whitmer is now going to be one of the guys left out to dry, as is the likes of Hubert and Lopez. Peter Onjak now, does he have the momentum from Morris? He's going to send it down the inside of Sustrai for the race lead. And back to the point is going to go the 14 of Onjak.
Going to clear the 11.
Oh, Sustrai thought about a crossover for a second there as Whitmer ripping the middle to high line. He is well clear of Brandon Morris.
He's going to have a huge run, but he's got nowhere to go.
And Sustrai now back down the inside of Onjack. This has been
oh my god, what's
a
going on?
back and forth battle. Fox is bidding. Caden Lemon, I think, caught the outside wall there.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely saw sparks. Fullback Fox down pit road. That might be a mechanical issue on the 74. So, what looked like a strong day for Joe Zeller Racing has gone from bad to worse. Zeller involved in an accident. Fox down pit road, but Matthew Hubert still up here in the top 10.
Oh, I thought I'd seen an instant, but no, just Murdo running really high.
And Whitmer now, oh man, Murdo almost caught the wall, but Whitmer, he is back. He is back up here, and here he comes for the race lead.
This is a battle for the history books already from last season. Whitmer and Onjack, and they're putting on a show here at Onjack's home race. Sustrai looking as well, maybe.
Oh, Sustrai gonna put it 3. He thought about it for a second, but didn't have the momentum. And Onjack clear back to the lead.
Sustrai's going to move the 18 up by the looks of things.
Gonna just hold position for now. Morris trying to find the line that he used to such good use against the 18.
Works.
He's trying to pull away from the 44 of Hubert and try to catch this lead pack. Maybe alleviate some of the pressure off of team boss Peter Onjack. Ooh, and Sustrai now to the inside.
I think he had a bit of help from Morris. He's trying to kind of manufacture a battle that he can get through, but it's not worked out there.
Oh, and Morris thinking 3 wide there for a second. But I think he's going to tuck in and just help Sustrai clear the 18, or try to. And that does not look like it's worked quite to how they wanted it, as Whitmer is going to clear back into second, though this has given a bit of breathing room for Peter Onjack. As now Hubert, he's going to slide past Brandon Morris, and he takes P4. Luke Evans now right on the scene as well of the 41.
We have not mentioned it yet, but Blair McKenzie, they has gone from atrocious to, I mean, you can't get much worse than atrocious, but she has been parked.
Gone from atrocious to over. The 5 team will pack it up and head off to Ontario, where they came so close to victory last season, or rather the 55 team did from McKenzie, but hopefully she can channel some of that and really turn this season around, as we see a bunch of Toyotas. And Cologne's scraping the wall.
And
saw sparks there for a second.
He wall rode and it's worked. He's just gone round the outside, rode the wall,
and gotten by the likes of Freeman and Disperito and Lopez, as Sustrai and Whitmer continue to do battle, and oh my goodness.
That was nearly an almighty accident. Hubert holding on there. I mean, it nearly sent him into the wall at very high speed.
Morris just about did what Lemon did to McKenzie, but we're all clean. Evans lost a lot of momentum there through 3 and 4, and still now Peter Onjack is now starting to really pull away. Or rather, just keep his lead at a reasonable margin. Maston Rimmel, we haven't talked about him so far this race. He is running pretty well for that Beacon Penske 2 team. Doing battle with Nia Marinacci.
Yeah, Marinacci, a bit of a strange case. Doesn't seem to do much in races, but she makes races, and that's good enough for that team. Isn't I'm hearing some skids, or am I losing my mind again? I think
I mean, last time you were Carell, we got a battle for the lead. Once again, Whitmer and Onjack. And once again, Onjack just able to drive by the 18.
I think Whitmer dove it in, but then the outside line, the momentum prevails. On corner exit, Sustrai now possibly with a run.
I mean, with a bit more luck toward Whitmer's way, I think this is definitely looking like this might be the big 3 this season. Onjack, Whitmer, and Sustrai.
It very much is on the speedways, but when you get to the short track, when you get to a road course, you have other... Oh, and here comes Whitmer.
Oh, wow, Whitmer just the horsepower advantage down the straight into 3, but I think Onjak can't use the momentum this time. Or he can?
Morris is
Ooh,
going
he
on
will
the,
be able
on the
to.
11.
And yeah, Moore's going on the offensive. Doesn't look like that's going to work out on either of the Soaring Seagull cars. At least Sustrai, he will actually get him back ahead of Evans.
But yeah, like I was saying, you know, the speedway is obviously a majority of the schedule is where you see the true best combinations of driver and car. But you know, at these short tracks and road courses, you need to come prepared. There's lots of drivers and teams that perform strong there, and both races can define your season. We've already seen what happens when you struggle at a short track and a road course like Whitmer has, and he's having to put in this very strong performance here in order to get his title challenge back on track.
Justin Whitmer would definitely be an improbable race win, which is kind of surprising to talk about, considering he won this race last season. But definitely, I believe it was Chicagoland last year that really was the launching point for Whitmer's title campaign. So he would definitely like that again this season. But Peter Onjak, our reigning champ, hometown hero, would love to win in front of his home crowd.
He's going to have to manoeuvre Joe Zeller whilst holding off a very fast Justin Whitmer, and he's going to hit the 64 at the worst.
Oh, and that's not where he wanted it at all.
3 wide.
And yeah, here comes Whitmer, and here comes Sustrai. Oh,
it's going to work out for Onjak here.
It was almost an opening for Sustrai to send that 3 wide. Thought better of it, and now he's going to go for Whitmer into turn 3, Evans on Morris. And this top 5 is really just completely checked out from the rest of the field. It is 4 seconds back to Matthew Hubert in 6th. And Whitmer now trying to use the high line to his advantage. He's going to get a big run, but still not close enough as Morris has used the high line to his advantage. He is clear of both Soaring Seagull cars into P3. The laps have flown by as we're going to be coming to 10 to go next time by. Peter Onjak still holding in control with Justin Whitmer right there.
He's going to go down to the wire, whether or not we see another yellow at this point, yet to be determined. Some of these guys racing really hard. What the hell is this?
Keeping it
relatively good run. What, Maston Rimmel is now in the top 10. This is the top 10.
Rimmel is putting together
final spot of the top 10, yeah.
A great run. I mean, the Beacon Penske 2 team definitely did show that they had it in them last season with Kyler Sustrai, but I mean, considering where Sustrai is with Soaring Seagulls, you are going to have to wonder how much of it was the driver and not necessarily the car.
Yeah, Sustrai
but Rimmel putting...
Sorry.
Yeah, Rimmel putting in a good run for that 2 team.
Sustrai finished 6th in points last year, so, you know, both that team and car are good. And we
no.
Scheduled stop, possibly? No,
that's tires. It might have been a tire down. Oh yeah, I think that's a tire down on the 83. Oh my goodness.
I don't want to jinx anything, but these Toyotas are starting to pull apart.
I mean, definitely the issues with Lopez, but Whitmer's definitely still got the pace.
But Santiago as well, and Lemon's...
Yeah, Santiago, that is true.
Still,
Lemon's lost pace as well, but he's still inside the top 10, which is going to be an incredible run for that team. Currently only 2 planned starts.
Yeah, only 2 for now. They're going to take it easy until next season. But I mean, these 2 have really checked out now from even 3rd place. So I'm really wondering if tyre wear is coming into it at all. I mean, it must be. You don't drop off that quickly otherwise. And here comes Whitmer.
We're also going to have to, I think, run up against the ever-present USARC question of fuel strategy, as here comes Whitmer back for the race lead. We're going to be working lap 76 of 81, so we're going to be running out of time. Cameron Lopez is back out in the race. He's going to be down there with Bobak Fox back at the rear of the field. Whitmer, can he clear back into the lead? He's given Onjak his preferred highline through 3 and 4. And that's going to allow the 14 to stay ahead.
Just wondering if we're going to get any other... Is that another car coming off the pit road?
There's
It
another
is.
car, McFadden.
Anyone else down pit road? Not what I can see is Marinacci, Rimmel and Patrick going 3 wide.
Yeah, I think the rest of the field is still not hitting. As they've caught McFadden at a really inopportune point, and this is going to be very bad for Whitmer.
It's going to be race defining, possibly.
Oh, 3 wide.
Made his way around quickly. 5 laps to go. As in the background, you can see Sustrai here making a move on Morris.
Yeah, I don't think necessarily that. I mean, definitely the Lopez stop was not planned. I wouldn't be surprised if the 39 stop was not necessarily planned. Might have been to just address damage. Here comes Vargas down pit road.
Now,
so some of the back markers
yeah,
are hitting.
I mean, in response to what you're saying, I don't think you would address damage with, with 4 laps to go. That must be fuel, and I'm checking. There must be someone else pitting up in front. Yeah, there is.
Oh yeah, Zeller's down pit road as well.
They're
we've got more
down.
cars. Gutierrez. There are pit stops. So yes.
Whitmer's dropped off.
4 to go. Whitmer has definitely dropped off. That is on Jack coming to pit road. Whitmer takes the lead. Does Whitmer have the fuel to make it?
It's a huge gamble. And he's the only
Herman's
one.
also down pit road. He's the only one
In the top
10.
five.
How many... Next lap, how many of these guys come down pit road? That is going to be the big question.
I think if you're
3
on
to
Jack,
go.
I think if you're on Jack and you're going down that early, you must know something.
3 to go, and we don't know how much the leaders have pertaining to fuel.
Everyone pitted on the same lap. It all came down to
Whitmer's going to be coming down this time. Yeah, Whitmer's coming. Sustrai, I think, is staying out. Sustrai has stayed out. Morris is down pit road.
There's no way. There's no way he had enough.
2 to go for Kyler Sustrai. Does he have the fuel?
I refuse to believe he's going to make it as he laps on Jack.
So who's going to be in the lead if Sustrai pits? Brandon Morris is currently being showed 3rd. I believe he has pit.
Yes, he has.
And yeah, here comes Sustrai. Sustrai is going to be coming this time by Vargas. He's going to get held up. Oh, he didn't pit. No, he did not come down. White flag in the air for Kyler Sustrai. Has he found an extra lap and a half of fuel?
That's incredible because everyone pitted on the same lap. Here comes Whitmer out. I mean, that's once again that's going to be another poor run. Does he have enough? Is he going to run out now? Does he pit now even?
I mean, surely he's got a big enough lead that even if he pits coming to the checkered, he should win it.
He's staying out. Here he comes. Win number
Kyler
2.
Sustrai is going to make the field last, and he is going to take the win here at Chicagoland.
And everyone's a lap down. Everyone else is a lap down, I think.
Yeah, that is what scoring is telling us. Whitmer's 2nd, on Jack 3rd, Morris, Luke Evans, and then Caden Lemon, P6. What a
I think
finish.
he's out now. Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, now he's out of fuel.
Incredible. But, I mean, that's genius, that. Incredible.
Just about made the fuel last, and they're going to have to push that car to victory lane, definitely.
Other notables, Daniel Sells with his first top 10 of the season. Lexi Herman with a very good run coming from the back, yes.
Volk Borger, P16.
Aston Rimmel on return, 14th. Isaac Davis on debut for Cup, 17th. Carter Sobb with a career best 19th place finish. Justin Patrick, 24th place for car number 24. That about rounds up your competitively ran cars.
What a race here at Chicagoland. Once again, did not disappoint. Kyler Sustrai definitely. I mean, the stat book is going to say pull to win, but it was not that easy for the 11 team.
And the stat book's also going to say that he lapped the whole field. That's incredible that he's managed to have that much more fuel. But I mean, that's the sort of race, that's the sort of strategy that you see in a championship winner. And I think, obviously the points swinging massively in his favour, with almost everyone around him not finishing too well here today.
And next week is going to be another fun race as we make our second trip out west to Ontario. Until then, thank you for watching the USARC, and we'll see you next time.